Hi and welcome. My friend got this tool. It's called Tyre Glider, and in this video I want to give it a test on a combination of a tire and the rim that I know are stubborn, to see if it is any improvement over my favorite tire levers by Pedro's. So this should let me work faster, and that's about it. It should also help prevent getting pinch flats from improper use of tire levers, but I don't think that's relevant if you use tire levers properly. So that's a bit of a moot point, at least from the marketing that I saw about this product. So I've never used this before. I just unpacked it, and this is the first time that I will use it. So for now it is still clean and it is not broken for now. So it costs about $10, I think. So let's put it to the test. So if one thing makes us humans do well in life, it's the ability to make and use tools. So this is a new revolutionary design, and let's see how this fares. So if I understand the tutorial, the instructions properly, I am not supposed to put it in like this, but supposed to try and catch on the tire with this side and push on this flat side. So let's see how we fare, if I will be able to do that. If it works on this tire and rim combination, it will work on any. So that's my, okay, I've deflated the tire completely. Okay, so it has no air, and now I'm trying to get a purchase on it, and I am failing for now. So with this is, I will try not to cut this video to show the full length and all my troubles. Okay, I'm trying to use my hands now to get some. Okay, when I use my hands to pull this a bit further out, then I could get a purchase on it. And now I am supposed to lift it away. I want to make sure that the tube is not caught inside, and as far as I can see, I think I got it. Okay, I think I did manage to catch the tube as well. So let me double check. There, yes I did. Yes I did. So let's try to be more careful. So I don't like the start of this. I'm not really impressed for now, but it could take some time and practice. So I'll take my own criticism with a bucket of salt. Okay, I will use some light now. I'm not sure how this behaves. I want to double check. Okay, so we did stop the video just for me to get the battery, flashlight or whatever it's called. And these are my favorite tire levers. So with them, I'll show how I do with them. We will remove and mount this tire with these levers as well. So this is my go-to procedure with these levers, and in this case I am almost completely certain that I did not catch the tube. And yes, if I remove this, okay, let's show that as a sort of a demonstration first for a comparison. Okay, so this is an extremely stubborn combination of tire and rim, and so this is more difficult than normally. So yes, I am able to use these levers to remove. After this it's pretty easy. So let's put this back and let's see how this tool fares. Again, another try. So I need to here use a bit more of my hands to improvise to get this tool engaged. Okay, so here I can catch it. All right, and now let's just double check just to be sure about the tube. It's looking okay now, so I don't like putting tools on the ground. There it is. Okay, so if I got the instructions correctly, I should now use this flat section to push and go all the way around. So let's see how this works. This is going surprisingly fast, surprisingly easy. It's very good. I am holding it with my entire hand to make sure that it doesn't fall out or anything, but this is ridiculously easy, ridiculously fast, and I quite like this. Okay, so now the rest of the procedure is very easy. I have a video about how to mount and remove a tire, so I'll make that video pop up in your top right hand corner. Do not go into details. I will just now try to use this other end to mount the tire. So here it is. This should catch onto the rim, as it has this like an edge to keep the tire in place, at least with rims that are not hookless. So it should be able to catch there and let me work while moving the tube out of the way. So let's see how that works. I will start here away from the valve and try to get this engaged. So I'm trying to put this in between. Okay, so it's in place now, and the tire itself is keeping it locked. So let's give it a try. I should just start pushing here, and I'm keeping the tire with my hand to prevent it from turning, but this tool is not trying to spin the tire. It's just going smoothly. Maybe on a newer tire you might need to use some powder or some soap to get this nicely, smoothly sliding. This is an old tire that's no longer that sticky on the outside. It's not old so that it cannot be used, it's just not new. Okay, so I've made a whole circle. I've reached the valve, and now I'm not sure how to most easily remove this, but this does it. A bit of just twisting it and pushing it in. Okay, this was very nice, very smooth. Just for comparison, I will use these Pedro's tire levers now to see if there's any difference, any improvement or similar. And of course, I have already now tired the tire, so it should go more easily. Joking. So let's see. Okay, the start is like this. Let's keep going. So I need the second lever, and now after that I need just one more good purchase. And then the beauty of these Pedro's tire levers is that they allow me to work like that. So that was good. Okay, now let's try to put the tire back onto the rim, and for that I will go all the way around, and once I reach the valve. Okay, so is this slower or is this slower or faster, depending on whether you are an optimist or a pessimist? You be the judge. I don't think it makes sense to... I cannot say that I've noticed any huge difference. I did not try to do this as fast as possible, but I'm not sure if there's a big difference. Also, it's fair to note that I'm not at all experienced with using this tool. I think it's worth giving it a try for a few weeks or so to first figure out how to use it most efficiently, and only then get the final verdict and choose what's better for you. So far for me, these levers are the best in the world. I made a video about them as well, and I get 10% of everyone sold. Of course, that goes without saying. One of the things that I like about them is that they allow me to glide very fast, and here the emphasis is on that option, that this tool is designed from the start to primarily work by gliding. So these are intended to primarily work by putting the tire off the rim, and this one is intended for gliding. So it seems to be doing the job, and I'm not sure if I should maybe test it with one more knobby, wider tire, because I'm sure there will be at least one person watching this who will say, but the difference on wider tires is a lot greater, or a lot smaller, or something like that. So let's give it a try with some wider tires. We will cut this video. I want to put this back on, get a wider tire, and we'll give it another go for the sake of science. Okay, so here we have a bit wider tires, Continental Double Fighter. These are some 35 millimeters wide, so that's the widest that I have at the moment in the shop, and these are my tires that I'm very happy with, but are fairly new. So low mileage and relatively new rubber, so we'll give them a go. Let's see how we fare. Again, I'm looking for some place to purchase with the tool. Okay, and hopefully I did not catch the tube. Okay, now let's see how we fare. Okay, this is not going very easily. Let's try to remove it right at the valve if possible, and after that we should have more room to play with. Things should be a bit easier. If I can catch this right now. Okay, so the tricky part is now done, and let's see if I can get this moving. Okay, this is not feeling very confidence inspiring. I can move this. I need a bit of force. I need to hold this and push strongly, but I feel this going very roughly over the tire, and these tires are not very cheap, and they are not customers, so I not worry about damaging them. They're mine. It will just be some extra expense, but I don't like the feeling, I must say that. So let's try to. I'm really having to put a lot of effort into this, and as far as I'm concerned, this is not good. Okay, but after the initial hardship, now it's going super smoothly. So, alright, let's give it a go. Now let's try to mount the tire back and see how we fare. Again, I will try to start at the valve. Okay, so set it in place, and here you can see the marks. This is from this last attempt, I think. A bit more marks, but nothing broken, nothing worn badly. And let's see how we fare when we are trying to mount this. So here, this is going very easily. I would already be complaining if I had any problems. Okay, now it's going a bit more difficult. Okay, but okay, fairly smooth all the way around, and I had no problems detaching it. This tire to rim combination is not as stubborn as the previous one. The video does not show my pain. Okay, so now let's compare it with the Pedro's, the radioactive green, my favorite color. So here I'm starting, and let's give it one more and one more here. Okay, now I think I can start. This is going almost the same. I think that my start was maybe a bit faster with these levers. I didn't time it in seconds, but it was definitely a lot more confidence inspiring, and I did not have to pull on the spokes to feel them start bending. Not plastically deforming, but bending as I'm putting a lot of force into it. And with this I did not have to force anything. Now I will try to pack it all back and see how long it takes. So let's give it a go. Okay, smoothly. So these cost, I'm not sure, I already forgot how much I paid for these. They are quite sturdy, durable. They were not outrageously expensive, but I don't know how much. They are available in my country, local bicycle shops, and on Amazon and similar. And this I will have to Google where it's available and provide links. Of course, if I find affiliate links, I will use those, but I will also list the cheapest possible prices that I find, even if I'm not sure if the seller is reliable. So just for comparison, I'll put all that in the video's description. But money aside, this is not something you buy every day. I'm not sure how durable this is, but let's hope it does not look too bad. It doesn't look bad at all. Let's say it's durable, so if you pay $5 more or less, it's not much of a difference in the long run. It all boils down to how helpful it is. And for me, first impression from this video, I would not carry this on the road when I'm going. I would rather carry two of these. And in my shop, sure, I've got room. I can get one of these and give it a go and know in a few months or so if it is good or not. It does look a bit more aggressive to the tire and to the rim, especially the starting when you need to dismount it. When I'm mounting it, it's okay, but for removing tires, it does look, that's my subjective impression. I did not see any damage or anything, but it does feel a bit tricky. On carbon fiber rims, I would not use it. On super expensive rims and tires, maybe with a test sample first to make sure there's no cosmetic or other damage so that I don't get into trouble. And for my own rims and tires, I would give it a go and see how it fares, and if it is faster and more convenient, sure. But again, my initial impression is not stellar. It's not bad, but it's not stellar. And I don't have a Schwalbe Marathon tire right now to test with that one. That's what I'm also curious about, to see. Those tires are tricky. For example, let me show you just one thing, just 1 second. About once a year, I need to use something like this. This is used for mounting tires. So in 99.9 situations, if you're having trouble to mount your tire on the rim, you're doing something wrong. Something has not been seated properly, or your technique is off. So watch my video about replacing tires. But there are some tire and rim combinations when I need this. Using tire levers to mount tire, the ordinary tire levers at least, is not the right technique in my opinion and experience. And if you're having problems with the stubborn tire that you cannot overcome by using your hands or maybe some zip ties to keep it in place while you're trying to attach it on the rest of the rim, if that's not working, you are better to not be using this unless you are really in a pinch or somewhere without proper tools. You should get something like this. This does the job. And what I don't know until I come across on that combination of that combination again, I don't know if this tool will replace this for those really stubborn ones that cannot be mounted using your hands. There's only way to give it a try and see. And for now, I don't have that combinations that are that stubborn that I must use this tool. And this is used to you hook onto the tire and put this on the rim on the opposite side, and then you mount the tire by dragging it and closing this. So that does the job properly without pinching the tube. While using this, there's a bit of a higher risk that you pinch your tube or something. So like I said, most of the time I use only my hands for mounting tires, and it's simplest and fastest way for me. And would this make it faster and better? I don't know. I don't know. The people who have very weak fingers and hands, maybe this is good for them, at least for mounting. This is my thinking out loud and my impression, opinion, educated guess, if you like. So I'm really not sure. My friend and I were very curious to test this, to see what it's like. Is it awesome? Is it a flop or complete nonsense? And for now, I cannot say either. It's not bad, it's not looking too promising, but it's also not looking like a complete nonsense. So I will have to test it for a few more months. And sorry for the long video and detailed explanation. I'm not sure how helpful this is, but I cannot, if I said anything else, I would be lying. I'm just not sure about this. It doesn't look too bad, it doesn't look too promising either. So that's it. Thank you very much if you sat through this whole video, and I will see you in some other video. And I prefer doing tool reviews after I've tested them for a longer period. That's the best way to see how they fare in practice. And so this video is not very fair towards this manufacturer, either for praise or criticism. If I manage, I will make a follow-up video after a long time, a few months or maybe a year, to give more detailed and more accurate information. Things today change very quickly, and if you wait for 1 year, there are new models and everything that you did is already useless in a way in terms of product reviews. So that's modern capitalism and how things work. There's always an improved, better model. So that's something that I cannot affect, but what I can do is I will do what I can, that is to test tools properly and give feedback in case it helps anyone else, and also very useful as my own reminder and for comparison for the tools that I don't have all the time with me, so that I just borrow for a limited amount of time or similar. So that's the whole video. Finally, stay cool, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I've got a lot of videos on different topics. If you are interested in bicycles, mechanics, and even some other more esoteric stuff, I've covered all sorts of topics. So I'll see you in some other video. Cheers.